Hello guys, welcome to Tubburger Games here, and today I am in Star Citizen, and I've been playing this since the end of February. I just wanted to show one aspect of this game today, but I will be doing a video series on this, so I might already have that up if you're watching this. But this is my ship. You buy like ships, and that's how you get the game. But all the ships will be earnable in the game. So I mean, you look at this thing. Oh, that's pretty nice and big. It's just a one-seater fighting ship, and it's got a bed inside. And you can see here, it opens up. So like, you got your thing here, and that's your bed there. So, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to show you something even bigger. So if we take ages to run over to it. Nice spacious empty hangar. We're about to see something that's the biggest ship in the game at the moment. There's going to be even bigger ones than this. It's slowly coming into view. Here it is. This is the Starfarer. It's ginormous. They actually had to make a bigger room for this thing. It's ridiculous. And if we go into this view, I mean, look at that. Look at the size of it. So the hangar I'm in is basically not mine, neither is this massive ship. That's because this weekend when I'm filming they're letting you watch, have a look around in this thing. The other hangar that you would usually have is pretty boring, to be honest. There's not much to see. Yeah. So this is the cargo room. Out here are big fuel tanks. I think this should have hydrogen, but they will have the option to swap it for even more hanging cargo. Press this button here. So it's pretty cool. I really like this, but if I'm honest, I just don't have the money for this ship. They get really expensive. So if we go in here, this is your EVA suit room. So you have two here, and this is a little docking door. I'm not sure if it actually lets you dock any ships to it, because it doesn't have anything that extends out. I forgot to mention, these are where your suits would be, because you're allowed to change clothes. So if we go in here, back into here, this would be filled with like big crates and boxes. Probably more like boxes, to be honest. It's a pretty massive room. And we go in here, you go upstairs, and then you will see a whole other level of the same room. So it gives you some perspective just how massive this ship is. We go in here. This computer here will be used so you can see what cargo is there and how much weight it has, etc. Data and stuff. This is the escape pod room. There's 6 escape pods. So you'll have to run here if you want to escape, but there is more, and I'll show that later. These are like safety chests. I think they go into space as well. I'm not quite sure. And here you have the main, pretty much pilot area of the ship. So this is what it would look like if you're sitting in one. This is the pilot seat, obviously, because you've got the steering wheel. And this is the sort of view you'd expect to see. And you get so much detail with the buttons, you know, there's a manual panel here and stuff like that. It's quite, I mean, it's probably going to be a long video if I'm quite honest, so it's just that big. This is the captain's seat. You would sit here and you'd see pretty much a view kind of like this, but not as low down. And these are just for power. This is for like your power and your shields controls. They both do the exact same thing, but you don't have to like have both people. You can just have the one if that's all you have. And this is just another view of this on the different side. We'll go into that room later, but we'll go up here first. Another set of stairs, so this is the 3rd floor. And this is a massive hallway. I'm trying to think where to start. Well, we'll go this way. So maintenance. You go over here. You have these Jeffrey tubes. I'm sure that's what they call them. So this is where you could swap out any modules like power and shields, etc. You go in here. And you can see this other room. There's more escape pods. This is probably more useful for anybody that's at the turrets or engineering the ship. We'll go into there later. So we've got this long, another maintenance place, a long corridor, a massive window, and you can see outside. You can see the big engine there, like the main thruster, massive. And here, this is the turret room. You can't actually go into it right now, but it basically flips you upside down rather than keeps you the right way up. So we'll show you the turrets later. We run all the way back. So it's a pretty massive ship. We have another corridor just to get to here, and then we go this side. And it's pretty much the same idea this way. So again, another couple of escape pods. This room here though, you can control the main thruster. I'm not really sure what you would do with it though. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what that does. If we go into here, and this is the living quarters. So you just got a little switch here. Oh, it's already done. So it's basically like an elevator with some ladders in case the elevator doesn't work. Here's the other turret here. This is at the top rather than underneath. And this is the kitchen. You know, it will have like microwaves and ovens and whatnot. It's actually going to be usable, I think. I'm not sure. And there's a big window you can see outside. Quite nice. This is the captain's quarters. So you got the big table here. They would probably have a seat, and I guess you'll see, you know, all the information of the ship. You've got the special bed here. No other people can own. Here's your window, and of course toilets. So the idea is, like, if you're just needing the toilet, you press the button and the shower would fold away, and if you need the shower, it's vice versa. So I really like that. And if we go into here, this is where the rest of your crew will sleep. So there's 6 beds, and they each, you know, they've got their own. Well, actually, saying that, there's only 4 lockers, but there's also storage above them as well. I'm guessing that it's going to be shared between at least 2 people per bed or something, because it does say a minimum crew of 7. But if you're really wanting more people, you know, there's not enough beds for that. So, and in here you got male, female toilets, same idea as the captain's crew. It's just exactly the same. Anyway, so we go in here, And we just came out of this room, but this one's exactly the same but the other side of the ship. Here though is the maintenance entry. So you go down here and you have another ladder that goes down into the cargo room, but if we go in here it takes you back into this room. So if I think we go this way, I'm kind of already lost. Ah, right. So if we go in here, this is the gravity generator. So I'm guessing like when this is actually working it will spin around or something. You're able to turn it off and on from here, and that's only useful if you're actually trying to take over the ship. But there you go. This is more EVA suits room, because you have these elevators, and what they do is you go down here and now you're on this part of the ship, where you can have a look at all of the fuel tanks. And the idea is you will need your EVA suit to walk on this, but you'll still have gravity generated so you don't float off. You can see, like, I mean, look at the size of the thruster, and all of these control panels that go to each, tanker, so you don't, like, it gives its own information basically. So the elevator we just came from is here, and buttons for that as well. And then finally we go through here. These are scattered about, and I think they're like power generators for each section of the ship. And I think I've just covered everything actually. So there you go. Also there's seats here for extra crew members and stuff. But yeah, that's... I think I finished this quicker than I thought it'd take. As you see though, the handlebars also fold up as well. That's pretty neat. So if we run all the way here, so those little pods, that's the turrets I was talking about earlier. So you would go up, your seat would swing upside down, so it orientates you like that. I think that's better though, because you do have more visibility that way. And the whole point of this ship is really just for these fuel pods. I mean, it's not a fighter ship, it just carries things in large quantities. But you can see the absolute massive size of the ship. It's quite something actually. To think this is going to be flyable probably in a couple of months blows my mind. I think these, I can't remember what weapons these are, but you get 2 in each side, so that's quite a lot. I've heard those are really powerful laser guns. I don't know exactly if that's true or not, but I'm pretty sure that is. So that's where it is a docking collar, so you would connect other ships right here. So that's pretty good. And there it is. Just to give you another sense of scale, if we go on this elevator, the whole hangar is called the Rebel New York hangar, in case you're wondering, but you get the self-land one, which is darker and more narrow. It barely fits another ship called the Retaliator, which is like maybe not even half the size of this one, so yeah. So you can see the turret at the top as well. There's 2 side thrusters, but the big one that will really get your ship going is the one in the middle at the back. And that is the video for Starfarer. So I hope you all enjoyed that. I'm going to be making more videos of this game to show you what it's actually about. So if you're wondering what that is, what this game is all about, watch them. It'll be in parts because there's quite a lot to talk about in this game to understand what it is at the moment. And I'll do another video probably explaining what's coming in the final release. So see you all later. Bye.